Crypto.com Crow coin holders, we got to be talking about the next move for Crow. We just saw a weekly candle closure, and it's really starting to form where I think the market's going to be head here in the not so distant future. So we got to be talking about that. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Anything I say is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. All right, guys, we're going to start off here. I was just closed out. Well, I just raised the stop loss higher on my Bitcoin long position. I say when it is quiet, that is when you bid, guys. Let me zoom in for you. And we have about a 12% profit. I think I'm a little bit higher than that right now. When the weekly candle close, I opened this about, I don't know, an hour or two before the weekly candle closure. Sometimes I try to catch these moves leading into the closures, and it looked quiet. It looked like it was a good time to bid, so I bid, and the trade's still open, but I have my stop loss significantly in the profit right now. And I think that right now is a very important time to be dialed into where this market's going to be headed. And if you look at what Crowcoin's doing right now, you can see that we have gotten a weekly candle closure as well, right? It just happened about an hour ago, or really 26 minutes ago to be exact. And it doesn't look that great, I'll be honest with you. But to be completely clear with you, when we're talking about the weekly time frame for Crow, I was expecting this to play out this way, and I do expect it to come a little bit lower. I think we probably fulfill this wick here at about 18 cents, and we probably, hopefully we don't, but we probably grind a little bit lower than that over the next coming week or so. But guys, I will say the futures in the traditional market look pretty green right now, and yeah, we should be expecting a big, beautiful Q4 when it comes to rate cuts and really the overarching market becoming in a little bit more of a risk-on asset favorable environment. So, got to be cautious here if you're trading or just buying. If you're trying to buy for the long term, be careful around here because, guys, I think there's going to be some big volatile price swings. If you look at Crowcoin on Market Cypher as well, you have a red dot in the momentum wave, and it's starting to break down. That's absolutely fine. I expect that. I kind of would like to see this kind of breakdown and reset, if you will, to set us up for a large move to the upside for Crow. Because I do expect that to play out in Q4, but the path to getting to those higher price moves probably comes with a little bit more pain here in the short term, and I'm betting on that. And so in the meantime, I am long. I'm scalping Bitcoin. I'm looking for trades for alts, but right now I'm going to kind of see how this week plays out because, guys, let's be honest, Q4 is only a couple days away. So if you, I would not be surprised if we see like a breakdown here into the 1st of October, the first week of October, and then you see a nice recovery to the upside. Now, if you guys do want to trade with me, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. We have a 10% bonus on all deposits to BTCC. We just started partnering up with them, and they've got a lot of awesome utility that you guys, you can do 500x leverage, okay? So it's pretty crazy. I don't know any other exchange that offers that. And if you want to do some big, quick scalps, 500x leverage will get you there. But obviously, guys, please, if you're going to be using 500x leverage or anything over 100x leverage, or really like 20x leverage, please be using money you're willing to lose, all right, guys? Because it can happen like that when you're trading on trading with crypto, right? And you're using leverage. Also on Bit2Next, we have a $100,000 deposit bonus with a $10 sign-on for new users. Check it out, guys. These are all affiliate links. They really help support this channel, and there's a lot of awesome, lucrative rewards to take advantage of. So check it out. All right. So Kronos is at rank 23 right now, down about 11% the past 7 days. Getting a little bit of a bid here, up about 4%, guys. Like that's what I said in this post. Like when it gets quiet, when the bears get quiet, the bulls are quiet, that's usually a good time to be buying. And I put my money where my mouth is, guys, and that's how I got a 12% profit on this. I think it's probably at like 14% right now. But you see this, we're sitting just barely below 20 cents on Kronos at a $6.71 billion market cap. Circulating supply is about to change to a 36 billion Crow. We're about to get that 1.2 billion add to the circulating supply here moving into October. Just keep that in mind, guys. If you're expecting Crowcoin to go to those $1, $2, and $5 price targets, you want that to happen much sooner rather than later because there will be an overarching sell pressure because there's dilution to the circulating supply, right? So I do think it's possible. I do think $1 is on the horizon. I think that can play out in Q4. I think $2 is even possible. But the longer it takes for that liquidity to move into Crow Coin, the harder those price targets will be to be reached. Okay, that's how I'm viewing this. And if you look at this, Bitcoin's at about 112,000 right now. Bitcoin dominance rallying a bit. ETH over 4K. Pretty nice to see that. And I mean, I'd be so happy to see Bitcoin just continue up from here, but I think we probably are going to slowly grind up with some quick wicks. All right, but we do need to talk about the weekly candle closure for Bitcoin, because that's a little suspect, if you will. It's a little sus, if you, as the youngsters would say, and we got to talk about it. But right now, Bitcoin dominance rallying. That's fine. I think that the top is in for Bitcoin dominance. I still am betting on altcoin season in Q4, so the big flush out Bitcoin dominance coming in the next couple months here. But all right, let's talk about that weekly candle closure, okay? So, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of this, especially that we dumped right after the weekly candle closure. I mean, obviously that can come up, and like this is not immediate. Like I don't look at this immediately say like, oh, we're going down. I don't immediately say it, but I will say that that big wick like that and then the spillover, I'm not a huge fan of. But that being said, like we could wick and maintain. I want to show you guys this. Like we could maintain that. Like if we don't wick below, say like 109,000. We could bounce sooner rather than later. But in my opinion, I do think that there's a chance on the weekly time frame that we do come down and test like 110,000 and maybe, just maybe, even come down to like 105. And if things get really, really, really bad, I've been talking about 94,000, but I would not expect to see a weekly candle closure around 94K. If that's the case, boy, oh boy, there's a big shift happening in the market, and I'm not betting on that. Like at the daily time frame as well looks not that bad at all. The daily time frame looks bullish. Like you're seeing, we had the daily closure and now big pump. Like it looks like we could potentially double bottoming here and be heading up to 116,000. So we're seeing a lot of conflicting TA. There's a lot of conflicting price action right now. But I will say on the weekly time frame, this looks a little bearish. But the money flow is still thick in the green. I think that we are headed to higher highs in Q4, but that doesn't mean that we can't come down a little bit further into the beginning of Q4. That's my thesis on this. And if that happens, obviously you're going to see Crowcoin break down a bit more. But I don't think that we really break below 15 cents or 12 cents. In that region, I think would be a sweet spot. And really, if we do get in that area of 12 to 15 cents, I would say that that's probably an opportunity zone to be potentially looking for some trades. But guys, that's not financial advice. That's just me telling you guys how I'm viewing this market. Just my opinion. How I'm playing it does not mean that you have to play it, okay? I'm just telling you how I'm viewing this, right? But that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now. Let me know in the comments below. Are you bullish on Crow? Do you think we'll go to $1, $2 this cycle? Or do you think that the odds are thin? I want to know what you guys think. But check out those awesome affiliate links down below. Really helps with this channel. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.